Welcome to Tarot Q&A Tuesday. Here we are again with the Rider-Waite deck. If you'd like to ask a question for next week, please email fiona@sirensoul.com and we will see you here 4:44 next Tuesday. In the meantime, we have a long list of questions to get through that have been sent in. So without further ado, I will begin with the top of the list. Kay. Haven't heard from Kay for so long. Is a job change beneficial for me? There is a very toxic person in our environment. After 12 months, I thought I had the strength to deal with her. I'm getting worn down slowly. Worn out. Thanks, love, Kay. Okay, let's just see what's going on here. Okay. What do we need to hear? You see, this is interesting. Do we need to learn lessons or do we need to get the heck out of there? So we will see. Okay, what I've got here is actually the Chariot. And the Chariot is usually somebody who is on a career growth path. They are driven, they are motivated to move forward and up what some would call the corporate ladder. Therefore, if you have an opportunity to up-level your position, then actually do it for the sake of you coming more into your own. This would say, yes, start looking for a new career move. That does not mean that you don't process whatever's come up for you during this challenging time. If you're in a situation where you find yourself being kind of bullied, then we need to have a check-in with ourselves to find out where are we sitting with our innate self-worth? Are we aware of our true worth? That's the question, because sometimes we just need to use these times when we're walked over to get more clear on how we see ourselves and how we are oozing energy that is receiving less than ideal treatment. This means simply be aware and then set some boundaries. Sometimes those boundaries don't need to be actually verbalized to other people. It's more around your responses to the treatment that you're receiving. We'll just choose one last card to give you about this job. It's a great idea. It's a very good idea. The warning or the suggestion is to not rush in, yet launch this as an idea to the universe. I'm looking for a new job to up-level my career prospects. Now, taking that frustrating situation at work as a catalyst to launch this idea means that in some ways you can kind of thank that person at work that's causing you so much grief. Because if they weren't causing a kerfuffle within you, you would not think to upgrade your job. So you see, sometimes there's a little gift, a little message within that uncomfortable time. Okie doke, let's move along to Leah. My daughter is going to Fiji with her boyfriend, whose behaviour has been questionable lately. Is she going to be safe with him? I'm worried he won't look after her and it's his family trip. Well, we definitely would want some comfort around the safety of loved ones. So let's just see. Leah, we're going to get an answer around this question where I might actually also encourage. Okay, what do we need to hear? Okay, I feel she will be safe. However, the suggestion I have might sound a little bit sexist actually, and it'd be interesting to know what your feeling is on this. My suggestion is you bring her father on board to have a little bit of a mediation, just a very calm chat about what is fair and reasonable in relationships, and what, I know for some people watching this might think, why the father? Why can't you just do it? Well, this is just what's come up, okay? A masculine energy. So Leah, you can come into that energy and play the same role. It's just feeling that your nice, empathetic, caring nature may not have the same impact in this particular situation with the results. It's a simple chat casually over the kitchen sink by father of child, whereby he just has a how to treat woman kind of chit chat. You know, there are certain things that are not acceptable. For example, going and hanging out with ex-partners, that kind of thing. You know, there is a boundary around what each commits to when they are officially boyfriend, girlfriend. So if they don't have that awareness for the relationship, then clearly they need to create some, because we need to know that we're both on the same page when we're in a dynamic with other people. Yes is the answer. She will be safe, because I believe this fatherly advice will be taken on board. There you go. Okay, moving to the next question. Claire D this is. Yes, thanks for being here. Some personal belongings were left at my house after I broke up with the past person. He broke up with me and I've had zero contact from him for 9 weeks. Do I post these belongings back to him or give them to the op shop? Thanks, Claire. Ooh, let's just see what the vibe is first. You might have to pull a few cards on this. Get to the nitty gritty. Even that attitude feels like you've sort of shifted spaces with it. You're like willing to let it go and trust that if it's meant to be, something will come back to you, right? So we're just Claire. Claire, we're in the energy of Claire. And my suggestion is not yet. I feel it will just create a bit more conflict, especially if you take them to the op shop. It's a definite no to the op shop. What I suggest is that you nicely pack everything and put it in a space such as a garage. It's simply packed up and it can sit there until he chooses to get his belongings. Now, there will be a time frame that's going to be appropriate. Obviously, we don't want a box sitting there for the next 10 years. So let's work out how long it would be fair and reasonable to keep that box for somebody who is clearly not a communicator. 6 months. That's quite a while, maybe. However, let's just feel into the potential of, you might even be moving. Is it moving house or moving mindset? Interesting, actually. That's going to be interesting to see what unfolds there, Claire, because if you actually end up moving in 6 months, for example, then obviously you've got a viable excuse. However, the other thing is it could be moving into a reframed connection with each other, where things are more harmonious and you are more celebrated. It may be a friendship. I'm not trying to jump the gun here. Just saying 6 is the number I'm getting. Hey, that could be 6 weeks. I'm thinking 6 weeks, 6 months, 6 months. Yeah, we'll work with that. So in answer to your question, do not take his things to the op shop. And yeah, be the admirable person that you are, naturally. There you go. We will watch this space, because the more you stay in your self-respect and goddess empowered woman vibe, it changes the energetic connection between the two of you. If you even actually have this visualization where you chop that connection between the two of you, whilst you're setting it free, there's also this energetic feeling that the other person gets when we do something like that, that they kind of notice a detachment. They don't know exactly what it is. However, they have a shift in their own energy. Most people don't align it with anything specific, yet it's a real deal thing that happens. We can influence the energy between ourselves and other people. Something to consider, isn't it? Hey, let's do the collective consciousness reading now. Let's do the card for everybody who's watching who hasn't asked a question, and everyone who's watching who has asked a question. A little bit of extra wisdom from the tarot. The tarot is one of my greatest teachers. I always tell people this because I love it so much. I love my tarot cards and all that they have taught me in the many, many boxes of them I have. All right, what do we need to hear? Okay, we're getting how many cards? 3 cards? 3 cards? Okay, bear with me because this can take me a little moment or two while I just get the good vibes rolling. First card, collective conscious. First card, second card. Second card. Number 2. Shall we be doing a past, present, future? No, I feel it's just a story today. I feel it's a story. I feel it's a story. Quite like this. So the third card in the reading for everyone watching right now, no matter what time it is, what year it is right now, you've landed on this video. Could be 5 years from today. This is what you need to hear today. Right now. Okay, third card. Third card in our story. Everyone, are you with me? 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness, where is 3? Okay, I'm going to read the first 2 first. I'm not even going to get a third one at this time. So first of all, we have the Magician. Okay, the Magician is the instigator of wishes, the caster of spells, the setting of goals. He is the masculine energy that decides consciously with his human brain, this is what I desire, this is what I'd like to achieve, this is how I'd like to feel. Now we are going to tell it as a story because we also have the 6 of Wands. 6? Yes, 6. And it's a victory card. Now what this means is that this person in this card is being celebrated for being themselves. How friggin' awesome is that? This is how we should all live our life, finding people that celebrate us every day, just for being our true self, our inner essence. Now, why I'm sharing these together? Because I would like everyone who's watching this to make a little list today of the wishes, the spells, the ideas they have that would enable them to be in that mode of being celebrated. Now, what this could look like for some people is perhaps you're starting a new business or a new relationship, or you've got a bit of stifling within a friendship or even health. So we have this image of where we're at right now, and we have this desire to move forward to that goal, that intention. So who do you have to become for the results to be worth people cheerleading you and celebrating you on? So if you see yourself on stage doing amazing talks and inspiring people, but at the moment you are a life coach or something and you haven't quite got yourself out there, who do you need to be? You might say something like, I believe myself and have 100% confidence to stand up in front of a stage. So that would be a wish that you cast. Or I have great connections with lots of different people in different industries who would love to hear from me, who love hearing from me, who require what I have to offer. So that's another wish. So they're like affirmations, yet we call them beliefs or creations or intentions. And another way we like to refer to them as spells. So write a list of 5 or 10, however many, at least 5, I think, of what would have to be true for you to be in that celebration mode where people are looking at you with a moment of victory that you're having when you're at the height of something. Perhaps you're beaming great health, or maybe you're having a relationship that's in its peak, or you're about to get married, or you'd like to get married. What is that ideal position for the topic at hand? Where love, money, health, career, fun, adventure, travel. What would have to be true for you? Write it down and ponder over those new intentions. Ponder over them and ask yourself, do I feel in my heart that I genuinely believe this on a soul level or a core level or a subconscious level? You will know. You will either feel, yeah, it's easy for me to say that. I'm totally confident to stand up in front of thousands of people and speak from my heart. Absolutely. Or you might think, oh God, that freaks me out. So then you see the block and you work with that so that you can continue to grow and have other people witness your shining light from within, because you are moving forward, growing and expanding your human self. And alongside that, you expand the universe, because when you change and evolve and grow and bloom, so does the universe. So actually, it's in fact, your responsibility. It's what you need to do in this world. You need to be your personal best. It's not a luxury. It's not a luxury to do amazing things. It is your responsibility. That's right. Woo! Lecture for the day. Right, well, moving on to the next question, which is Jessica, which she'll be happy because she's here today as well. I feel like I'm currently carrying a heavy load with my health at the moment. Is there something I'm missing when it comes to health? Am I neglecting or ignoring something? Thanks heaps. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Thanks for all the kisses. Jessica. Jessica, do you ever go and have massages? Do you ever go and do something like that for yourself where you can really sink into being nurtured and get the body moving? Just on a side note, Jessica. Okay. Is there something she's missing? Okay. All right. So this is a formula that I'm going to give you. We have 2 cards for you here, the Emperor and the Hanged Man. The Emperor is very logic. So, I mean, this requires us to do what we consider logical means to an end, as opposed to, dare I say, the more woo-woo elements, which I believe are incredibly powerful and important as well, yet you are doing a lot of that. So there's some logic, some routine, and some structure. There's another clue to this though. It's about seeing things from a different perspective. So whilst I just said it's not really woo-woo, it's not. I'm going to come at it from a way that might sound a little bit woo-woo. And that is because I'm going to talk about the metaphysics. When we take something and we flip it upside down and look at it from a new perspective, we are getting it from more of a metaphysical level in this case. So I would like you to listen to the question you asked me, because there's a lot in that in itself. It said, I feel like I'm currently carrying a heavy load. Okay? So there is this weight, this responsibility, this stress, this emotional feeling that goes with the overall health view. I'd like you to take each different physical ailment and look at it as what it does in the body. So for example, if it's to do with your tummy and it was about digesting food, consider how you are digesting life. Consider how you're digesting certain circumstances in your life. What is it that's not flowing? If your tummy is having, like getting a bit irritable, or a bit bloated, or making funny noises, why isn't it flowing? Is this a sign on an emotional level that you can put it into that metaphysical context? Equally, if you are very exhausted, what is the energy used for in the body? Like, how do you get the energy? Like, we need the nutrients, we need the movement to get the lymph and all the blood flowing freely. What is that body part doing? Legs, got a leg issue, takes us forward in life. Legs move us forward in life. Are you afraid to move forward if you've got issues with your legs? So think about what the body part does on a practical level, and then align it to an emotional level or a life circumstance. Sounds quite deep and meaningful, doesn't it? Yet, it is very, very magical, and it can give us a huge insight into why we're literally, like if we're feeling really heavy and weighed down and we've got a lot of emotional heaviness, sometimes we actually carry like extra weight when we've got that emotional baggage on us, and when we release that burden of the past or the shackles of the past, we feel free and light, and we literally can transform some of our health ailments through changing our thoughts and our lifestyle that seems indirect to the problem at hand. So let's just feel into what areas you need to focus on the most. I'm just going to work through the chakras to help you to get an important point to work with. Okay, but I've got the second chakra and the seventh chakra. So the second, the orange one, the woman's womb wisdom, and the highest one, which is your ability to open to channel in your intuitive knowings or your higher consciousness. So maybe do a little chakra meditation and focus on those two areas. Visualize them spinning clockwise. Just use your imagination. It can be extremely powerful for shifting it on an energetic level. Here I was saying it's not the woo-woo answer. It's completely woo-woo. But actually, what I'm meaning is find the structure, like the practical structure of what it does in the body. That part is more logic and real. Are you with me? Have I confused everyone? Choose to lift the weight. Now, I know that you're going, oh, that's not what I wanted to hear. Are you missing something? Well, that's just a few answers that you can use to help reset. When you have a soul aligned therapy session, you can use that as part of the story of what you transform on a subconscious level. And missing piece, there's a missing piece, or just you need to meditate. This is meditation, exercise, attitude, emotion. No, I'm still getting the emotional side. I feel that the frustration and the deeper self-worth, the frustration of feeling not 100% healthy all the time is keeping it a bit stuck. And I realize it's so hard to change that when you're in the middle of it. Easier said than done, of course. But if you can't do any of that, simply hold the body part with your hands and say, thank you, I love you, thank you, I love you. Or even do the Hawaiian poem with, thank you, I forgive you, I'm sorry, I love you. Do that to your body parts. Just take your time to nurture your body and consider getting a massage every now and then as well, for the sake of you being taken care of and you having something special and your body feeling like you really respect it, instead of speaking about it in a frustrating manner. Does that make sense? Because sometimes my explanations are very wordy, I realize that. But I'm on the hop here, guys. I'm on the hop. Carmen, Did I jump the gun putting a contract on Seaview Road property? Or is this the one for me? Sounds exciting. Sounds exciting. Carmen, could you... Carmen, where is this story taking Carmen? Okay, is it that one, Carmen? I'm not getting a huge flow at the moment with that. I'm also feeling that maybe it won't be accepted, which will be okay. Do you still need to sell your existing house? Is that what the hold up is? And if so, maybe that can be part of the equation. What do they call that? Bridging? Is that a thing? Is that relative to that? Yeah, look, it's always a bit tricky when you got to buy and sell at the same time, isn't it? Because obviously you got to trust that it's going to sell if you put an offer in. I just want to double do. I just want to double do for you, Carmen. It's actually okay to have that property so long as you can make an arrangement about bridging the finance. It's just logistics really, and money. It's not like the place is not good for you. It's not like it's bad vibes or anything like that. It's more of a timing thing. This is where you've got to ask for what you need in all circumstances of life. It's just a message really of, I would like this place. It's not really going to work for me unless I can sell that place. I need this. And then you don't not trust the process. Like, risk losing the place to ask for what you need. That's what I'm getting. Will you end up in it though? Yeah, divine timing. Just. So I know I kind of said both answers. I feel a little bit of negotiation and a clause in the contract, and it might just work out perfect timing, both sides. And it will be an amazing experience of how the universe is on your side when you go with what is most important and needed for you rather than trying to work with what you think you should do to make it happen. You know, risking your own financial situation. Hope it makes sense. Thanks for your question, Carmen. Jeremy, is it correct action to be launching this new division of my business? And is there something else I need to add to my business to create more substantial income? Okay, is it correct action to be launching this new division? Do you see that? Okay. Correct action. Is there something else? Which is that? Yes, it is correct action. I feel you'll be collaborating with others in this case. In fact, it's important to collaborate with others. This will force you to join forces with other equal parties where you can team up and get more exposure for your business as well. Is there something else that you need to add in for the increase your income? Or are you just going to wait until you see what happens with this new division? Is there something else? Yeah, there is. What is it? That would have been a better way to ask the question, isn't it? Do you know what? You'll know what it is when you do... Okay, here's a clue. Yes is the answer. We got that via the victory card. Yes. It's something that you are already good at and well recognized for or appreciated for. The question is, how do you put it together? You need to find time to meditate and have some stillness in your days so that you can find the missing piece by intuition, not from me. So there's 3 ideas here that you've got going, three aspects to your business, and then there's one missing piece to the puzzle there. This dude is meditating, he's contemplating, he's taking silence so that he's got space in his ethers, in his aura, in his energy for an idea from the universe to go pop into your brain. So if you go, oh, I need to work this out, I need to work out what this thing is, you will not find it, and it will be 10 weeks down the track and you'll be like, I know there's something, but I don't know what it is, because you're trying too hard to find what it is. However, if you just say, hey, universe, I'm pretty pumped to sort of launch something pretty awesome here. I'm going to quieten myself down and give you space and allow that, like a vessel for the inspiration or idea to come to you. Let us know what you come up with. And on that note of, is that other division ideal, let's get a bit of a vibe about what it actually is vibing on. Like, what sort of ideal is it? What do you need to hear? What is the energy of the new division? I've got the same card. So definitely something brewing, definitely something growing. Trust the process. Doesn't happen overnight. You've only got 24 hours in a day. Just do what you can. Shelley, let's get into Shelley. I was seeing a guy and I asked him, I was seeing a guy and asked about him a little while ago. I have stopped seeing him as of last week. It was my decision, and I wonder if he will sort things out. Well, I'm assuming that you decided not to see him because he was not sorted out. What things does he have to sort out? His behavior, his ways, his life? Well, we're just going to ask an open-ended yes-no question. Will he sort his things out? Does that mean that if he sorts them out, you'll take him back? We've got too many other questions for you. You'll have to fill us in next week. Shelley, about this dude. Is this the card? Yeah. I feel that he might find some balance in his world, actually. I do believe that. Does that mean that it's good for you guys to come back together? Probably not. According to the cards. Do you want me to double check that? Or is it that you are only focusing on what he's not good at? No, I think at this stage, it just needs a bit more time apart. I'm not sure that he's emotionally fulfilling enough for you. That would be my take on it. Whew. Moving along, callers. We're just about there. We have Nicola. I have put on over 10 kilos in the past 12 months. Do you see a dominant cause for this? Okay, good question. Sometimes it's not just what we think it is, i.e. too much food and lack of exercise. Sometimes it's chemical reactions, hormonal imbalances, problems with digestion, gut issues. What is it? Do you see a dominant cause for this, Nicola? Do you see a dominant cause for this? Nearly there. Nearly there. Thanks for your patience, guys. Do you see a dominant cause for Nicola's unusually excessive for her weight gain? Well, is there another illness that you've got going on? Like, is there, have you been unwell, or do you have a chronic illness where your body isn't? I've got the card that kind of represents general illness. So this would imply like if you had a lot of fatigue, or you haven't been able to be as active, or that your body wasn't using energy right in the body. Maybe you need to look at deeper rest and more of an enhancement with the energy, like B vitamins, because that way you're going to calm down the stress and therefore calm down any cortisol. And then also when you don't have cortisol from stress or lack of sleep surging through your veins, then you don't have the imbalance of hormones. So it's a bit of a domino effect that could be caused by cortisol, but not is it cortisol? It's not cortisol specifically. It's getting the uptake of that. Like, there's a bit of sluggishness. You need to boost the energy with whatever is lacking. So that could, I think B vitamins definitely feel like part of the mix. Is there a need to have a different way, like different balances of your macro and micronutrients, micronutrients? So that would, like, vitamins, no, minerals. Vitamin B, B12. That would make sense if you're feeling a bit, and that'll just give you a bit of a perk up as well. If you feel, the more we put on this weight sometimes, the more down we feel about ourselves. It's a vicious cycle, isn't it? Yeah, I would just look into basic energy levels and what you need in your diet or supplementation to assist the body to manage stress and sleep better and also have that boost. So that might start off with an energy boosting smoothie in the mornings and a vitamin B tablet, or it might mean fasting, depending on what your body type is like. Each to their own. Personally, couldn't stand the idea of fasting. Oh my God, I love my breakfast. One last question, and that is for Linda. She just wants a random card, and then we can love you and leave you for another week. Okay, Linda. Yes, we are here for you today. And what do you need to hear, Linda? Is this Linda's card? You saw it here first, my lady. This is the Hanged Man. What does the Hanged Man represent? Well, he's taking time out to have some stillness and contemplate things from a different perspective. Looking at life from upside down can mean that we approach things like business or our love life with a new, fresh attitude. So you're looking for, how can I approach this problem or this thing in my life from a new perspective? Yeah, really, that's an idea to meditate. Once again, the stillness has come up a little bit today, suggesting people find that 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes, 20 if you can, longer if you can, simply to tap into your inner wisdom and find answers without trying. It's so great when you do it. So good. Okay, we will say sayonara and we'll see you here next week. Hopefully those answers have stimulated a new spark within you, a new zest for life, a bit of hope. You're all on the right path. You're all in the right place at the right time. It just doesn't feel like that sometimes. And if it doesn't feel like that, take a bit of advice from the Hanged Man and look at life from a new perspective and pivot. There you go. Thank you, Fiona, says Claire. My pleasure, treasure. Bye for now. See ya.